We are going to enter the last phase of this particular discussion time. It's going to give everyone an opportunity to now provide a 1-minute closing statement. All right, and we'll go in reverse order. So, Mr. Coates, you're up again. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, the person who's going to be the nominee to run for the Senate has four tasks. The first task is to win the election in the fall. Whichever one of us, I said 5 good people here, whichever one of us is that nominee. The last thing we want to do is have Evan Bayh resign because he saw the will of the people and have a Democrat take his place. So that's the last thing. So let's support whoever wins, and I'll be there shoulder to shoulder with the winner. Secondly, we've got to go to Washington and stop the assault on our freedoms, stop this massive health care plan, stop this deficit spending, stop going into debt. It's never wrong to say no to a bad idea. But the third thing is we have to come forward with constructive solutions that Republicans, independents, and yes, disillusioned Democrats will rally around so that we have this mandate to go forward and turn this country around and change this country. I would love to be that person. You make the choice.
Thank you, Mr. Coates. Mr. Hostetler.
Thank you, and I want to thank Kosciusko County Silent No More once again for this opportunity to come and share with you. In the brief time that I have left, I want to recognize that it was good to be with you to talk today at 1-minute increments. However, in the next several weeks, my campaign, I will be holding town hall meetings throughout the entire state of Indiana. We'll be able to go to all 92 counties, but when you go to my website in about 4 or 5 days, you'll be able to see a list beginning as to where I will hold town hall meetings so that I get to speak to you a little bit longer on tax policy than a minute, and that we get to share a little bit longer with you on national defense and foreign policy than a minute, because these issues are important. And we must begin the discussion. If I am to serve you in the United States Senate, which I hope to do, and I wish to have your vote on May 4th, there is going to have to be a very long dialogue that I want to begin happening in March 2010. And when you see that invitation, I hope that you all find the time to come and be with me as I share throughout the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hostetler. Mr. Stutzman.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you as well. Thank you to you for coming out this morning. It's a beautiful day outside. You could be so many other places. But I think it shows the interest, and not only that, the concern that people have here in Indiana about the future of our country. I want to say that I am 100% pro-life. I have a strong pro-life voting record. Have a 100% voting record with Indiana Right to Life. I am pro-Second Amendment. I have an A rating with the NRA, and I would not have voted for the assault weapons ban and the Brady gun control bill. I believe that the Second Amendment is very important. It's the teeth that we have in the Constitution. And I believe that it's also important that we send a full-spectrum conservative. I'm telling you, folks, Brad Ellsworth, who's probably going to be the Democrat nominee, is pro-life, he's pro-gun, he is also a energetic, well-funded candidate. And we got to have someone out there who's going to take and work hard. We've traveled over 21,000 miles around the state of Indiana already, and we have learned so much, because if you come back to the people, that's where the answer is at.
Mr. Boehne.
Friends, thank you for coming out this morning and listening to 5 guys. You know, the time has come. This is not a time for a wannabe politician who wishes only to have you call him senator and to pad his resume. And this is not a time for a politician who will simply do what the party tells him to do. And this is not a time for a politician who stated that he won't read the bills. In fact, when he was there before in Congress, he didn't read the bills because that's just how it is. They're too long and there's just too many of them. And this is certainly not a time for a politician who will work not in the best interest of Hoosiers, but will work for his best interest, in the best interest of his lobbying buddies, and then take the first flight to North Carolina. This is a time for bold, constitutional citizen representation. On May 4th, I ask that you stand with me. My name is Richard Boehne. I'm a conservative Hoosier American. I ask that you
Thank you, Mr.
with me.
Boehne. Thank you very much. Mr. Bates.
Doctor, thank you. Thank you for your kindness today, your courtesy. Very much appreciated. Thank you for showing up today. Ladies and gentlemen, I would submit to you that the United States of America stands at a crossroads. And I believe down one path is a European socialistic state. I believe down the other path is Reagan's shining city on a hill. If you will elect me to be your United States Senator, I promise you that I will lock arms with good men like my Congressman Mike Pence, and I will do everything in my power to lead that charge to Reagan's shining city on a hill. And here's how we'll know we've been successful. 6 years from now, I'll be able to look you in the eye, look Amy and Trey and Blake in the eye, and say, because we stood up in 2010 and made a difference, the United States of America is still the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ronald Reagan said, let it be sure that those who come after us will say of us in our time that we did the best we could do, that we kept the faith, that we finished the race, and we kept them free. God bless you. God bless America.
Thank you, Mr. Bates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the Tea Party, please help me thank these men for spending the morning with us.